All right, I want to read Tony Dungy's comments in context. I coached 13 years, and every year my first message to the team was, we want to win the Super Bowl. Yes, we want to be talented, but we have to be role models. These kids in our country look up to NFL players and coaches, and I really think that this sent the wrong message. I agree with Tony Dungy. He's articulated why some of us respect the hell out of Bill Belichick, Bob Kraft, and Tom Brady. Respect the hell out of them. I mean, the Mount Rushmore of football. But we do think they'll cut any corner capable to win a championship.
Yes.
And it kind of undermines your respect for them. I agree wholeheartedly with Tony Dungy.
I'm not going to all the way go there with that. And sometimes you got to see the end result before you can understand the reasoning behind the decision. And if this were the first time that the New England Patriots and Bill Belichick have made a decision to go after a guy that had a checkered past,
Aaron Hernandez,
I mean,
worked out well.
Here's the reality of it. The reality of it is that when you look at people that could be a disruptive force, but you can give them the opportunity to rehabilitate, to have redemption.
Oh, AB's there to rehabilitate?
It's possible. It's possible
AB's there to rehabilitate.
That's possible that
That's
could
what Bill
be
Belichick
there.
thinks.
It's possible that could be their approach.
We're going to rehabilitate Antonio Brown.
And here's the reality of it.
With Bill Belichick
name one player who has torn apart the fabric and the makeup of this.
That's not the argument.
Well, the reality of it is that if
you're a high school football coach,
yes,
kids are looking at AB act this kind of a fool and this kind of a clown, and the best team in football, that the team that doesn't need him signs it.
I think if you see Antonio Brown that shows a remorse for what took place in Oakland.
He showed remorse.
If he does, I think if
they're going to rehabilitate him after he shows remorse.
I think if it presents itself that way.
All right.
Let's go.
I will tell you this. I hate everything about what Antonio Brown has done. I hate it to my core. And I understand the whole role model aspect of this, and I get that. I know this about Tony Dungy, man. He is about grace. Mm-hmm. He's about forgiveness. He's about kindness. He's about love. And Tony, he would give and I'm sure he's given guys opportunities. Here's the issue. Antonio Brown has been enabled throughout the entirety of his career to act like an ass. Mm-hmm. And he's taken advantage of that opportunity. He will not be given this opportunity here. I've heard this said many, many times, and I disagree with this statement. NFL people talk about the best ability is availability. The best ability is a responsibility. Like, we live in a country where everybody knows their rights. Not enough people understand their responsibilities. Yeah. And he's going to be given an opportunity to be a responsible football player. And here's what I love about the situation.
Oakland didn't give him that opportunity.
Pittsburgh didn't hold him to a standard. He just wanted to leave Oakland.
Yeah. Okay.
He wasn't even in Oakland,
now,
right?
Now you're getting on the road. Here we go.
Here's my point is this. You're going to go to an organization that will hold you accountable, will make you responsible. Because if you're not going to get to play for Bill Belichick.
Yep, that's correct.
So the point being is this can be a redemption story. I don't know that it will. I probably doubt that it will. But it has that opportunity.
They're going to hold Antonio Brown to the same level of responsibility they did Aaron Hernandez.
Well, to me, this is who the Patriots are. Because time after time, they have proven that they don't care what a guy's past is, that they will pick him up and make him conform to the Patriot way, right? Robert Kraft has some issues this offseason, too. So we can't just sit here and point the fingers at the players when the owner is also part of some of the issues that are going on as well.
Go ahead, but let's stop with that one. But continue. I just think that's a whole different ball of wax. But continue.
Okay, but it's a trickle-down effect is what I'm trying to get to.
No.
Right? It's the trickle-down effect of, this is what I'm saying is that this is who the Patriots are. So if you're looking for an apology from Bill Belichick or anybody else in the organization, you're not going to get it.
Right.
Because they don't care. And you just said it. They will go to ends meets, to whatever they got to do to win another championship, to win another Super Bowl.
Mike Vick is one of my guys. I love got a ton of respect for Mike Vick.
Love what Andy Reid did for him.
When Mike, and there was another advocate there that was very
Tony
outspoken.
Dungy, love what Tony Dungy did for him.
What separates the two? Why say
Vick
one thing
paid
about
a
one
price
situation?
For what he did off the field, a huge price for what he did, and and Mike Vick to me, more remorseful, more he paid AB has paid no price, a little financial price.
He lost a lot of money. And how do we not know that, internally speaking, how do we know that AB isn't paying the price? How do we not know that AB isn't going through something? How do we not know that
he's going through something.
I just believe sometimes when we decide to pick and choose where we want to lob our grace, where we want to lob our opportunities to redeem yourself,
exactly
I think that's dangerous.
Let me clarify my position. I got no problem with AB being in the NFL. None. The Patriots, the one team that didn't need him, they just put their stamp of approval to some degree on AB. They didn't need, if he had signed with Jacksonville, I'm a hypocrite. I'm a Chiefs fan. I'd be talking probably a little bit differently if he had signed with the Chiefs. But probably not, because I've been critical of the Chiefs for the Tyreek Hill situation, for Kareem Hunt, for Frank Gore. So I probably would. Okay. But it's the damn Patriots, an embarrassment of riches, and they have to run and give this dude $9 million.
That still sounds like malice. That doesn't sound like being objective about it. And,
I'm maybe not.
To me, again, you mentioned Aaron Hernandez, right? Like that's really off the field stuff. That's not even to me.
AB has off the field issues.
Not like that.
So when
I like that.
Okay, when I throw an owner in there, why is that different? Because we've seen owners also have off the field issues to the point to where they've had to sell the team. So why is that any different? I'm not saying this either way sends a good message because it's the owner or player. Either way, it's probably a bad message.
Reggie, there are plenty of players in this league who have domestic violence issues,
who
have child abuse issues, who have all these other things that have been given extra opportunities to be in this league. This guy has a social media issue.
He has some other issues as well.
Right.
Yes.
But he hasn't gone down the criminal act. And you know what? If they've got a chance to give him an opportunity, and they're going to hold him accountable. That's the biggest thing. He hasn't been held accountable. They will.
I'm going to admit something.
Okay.
I can't stand AB. And so I'm not objective here.
No,
because again, I'm the same guy that they when the Cowboys signed Greg Hardy, I defended. Paid the debt, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I'm the number one guy. Michael Vick loved what Andy Reid and Tony Dungy and them did for him. Loved it. AB, man, he's disrespecting the game in a way that I don't think these other guys have. That's what bothers me.
But does he deserve less of an opportunity to move forward than those guys you just named?
And again, he's disrespecting the game. I don't think this guy has respect for the game of football, and it bothers me that the best team, the blue chip of all blue chip stocks, because I really believe that about Bob Kraft, Bill Belichick, and Tom Brady and what they've established. That is the best of the NFL.
But they've established that that's what they do. They've done that. They have a track record of doing it.
Track record. That's what they do.
They have a track record of doing it. This isn't the first time.
Again, when to some degree, I'm being sarcastic in the right word, but guys that have their off the field issues, pay their debts to society, I'm all for ex-cons, whatever, they need to be re-entered into society. What I can't take for me, just personally, and I kind of assume Mark would be here with me,
but he's not. You don't think he suffered enough?
No, it's not that
you want him to suffer some more.
He's disrespecting the game.
You want him to suffer.
He doesn't care about the game.
What you want to happen to him before he can come back?
Look at it like this, though, because AB is going to spend half the season just trying to learn the playbook, okay? Let's be honest about it. He has a ton of work ahead of him. So to think that he can just plug and play and line up and say, Brady's my QB, so now I'm going to go ball. Nah, bro, it's guys in this league that eat, sleep, and breathe football to the point to where they will knock your head off if you are out there second-guessing, if somebody has to tell you where to get lined up, or if you just don't know your offensive system. He will get exposed one way or another if he's not on top of his game, period. So we don't even have to worry about whether he suffered enough or not. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Look how happy the couple is right there. They're
He's not disrespecting the game with his antics. He's making a mockery of the game.
There have been many players who have disrespected this
and I don't
game.
like them.
And they've been some.
Chad Johnson.
Well, hold on now.
Very consistent.
I'm sure there are a whole lot of names that you like.
You don't know.
That have disrespected this game.
You don't even know
man.
about.
One of my favorite players.
I don't
get into that.
I don't like it either. But what I'm saying is Tony Dungy is always a guy that's extended that olive branch, that grace, and he wants to give people a second chance. Don't be angry at the Patriots because they have the culture to absorb guys like this and make it work.
Okay, but Tony Dungy is making my point. He's probably the same deal as me. Like, hey, man, as long as you respect the game, I'm all for second, third, fourth, fifth chances. And I really am.
I respect the part about the kids. I am a high school coach.
you're a high school coach.
I do respect the point about setting an example. But everything that happens, and Tony Dungy knows this, everything that happens is always and can be used as a teaching tool. Everything you can use that as a teaching tool. Why? On this side, it's possible.
He's a disaster.
But see, it's personal now.
He's disrespecting. And again, he's made it harder for me. I like Brady, Kraft,
what
and
if he
Belichick.
plays really well?
I want him to get embarrassed in this situation.
What if he plays really well?
I want him to get embarrassed in this situation.
What if he plays really well?
Well, this is the thing.
What if he learns the error of his ways and becomes a model citizen?
How about that?
It ain't happening. I hope it does, but it ain't happening. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. And be sure to check out more of the best clips from Speak For Yourself or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.